Good morning, dear friends. I am Dr. Saroj Kumar Chandra, Assistant Professor, School of Computing Science and Engineering, Galgotias University, Greater Noida, India. The course name is Programming for Problem Solving using C language. In this video lecture, we are going to discuss about pointers. Pointers is one of the most difficult topic in the C language. Before going to discuss about pointers, we must know what are the prerequisite requirements to understand the topic. So, students should have knowledge about the variables. What are the different types of variables in the C language? And also, students should have knowledge about the memory occupied by each data types. So, in the C language, we are having int data types, float data types, character data types. So, the size of these data types is also dependent on the computer system. But suppose int variable takes 2 bytes in the memory, float takes 4 bytes in the memory, and a character variable takes 1 byte in the memory. Okay, so in this way, different data types takes different amount of memory. Thank you. These are the topics that I will cover in this presentation. Introduction to pointers, how to declare pointers, and how to initialize pointer variables, and what are the possible operations that can be performed by using the pointers. So, in any of the programming language, we are having variables and constants. So, what is the difference between the variable and the constant? So, variable is an identifier which is used to store some values. The value of variable can vary during the program, and also it is having some memory location. So, a variable is used to access the values that is stored at particular memory location. On the other hand, constant cannot vary during the program. So, all the variables that we are having in the program are used to store some values, and those values can be accessed by using the variable name, and each variable is having their own address in the memory. So, how many blocks of memory that will be allocated to variable depends on data type of the variable. So, and we can access the address of variable using the ampersand operator, and it is also called address of operator. So, what are the features that are unique? What are the unique features of the pointers? In the memory, every stored data item occupies one or more contiguous memory cells. So, one or more here means that it depends on the data type, as in the C language, if we are having character variable, then it occupies only 1 byte, and if we are having variable of type integer data type, then it occupies 4 bytes. So in this way we are having different size of the memory for particular variables. Whenever we declare a variable, a system allocates memory locations to hold the value of that variable. So if we are writing some programs, we need variables, and we declare the variables in the program. So what does it means? Basically, in that statement, a memory is allocated to variable, and each memory location is having their address, and that address is accessed via using the pointer. The benefit is that it reduces length and complexity of the program, sometimes also increases execution speed, and also enables to access variable that is defined outside the function. So how basically it is increasing execution speed? So using the pointer, we are able to access memory location, and if we perform operation directly on the memory location, then definitely it will be faster as compared to using the variables. Okay, so in this way pointer is very beneficial to the programmer. So suppose you are writing a program in which you encountered an statement int x is equal to 200. So what does it mean? The statement instructs the compiler to allocate a location for integer variable x and put the value 200 in that location, and suppose the address location is 1024. I am assuming the address is 1024 only. It is not fixed. Okay, so I am assuming that the variable x is stored at 1024 memory location. So three things are involved while declaring and initializing the variables. So here we can see x is the variable, and value of that variable is 200, and the address of variable is 1024. Okay, so three things are involved while declaring the variable. So during execution of the program, system always associates name x with the address. Okay, so we can access value of x by using the x and by using the address. So how we can use address to access the value of that variable? That is done by the pointer. Since memory addresses are simply numbers, they can be assigned to some variable which can be stored in the memory. So what do we mean by this? So here basically a pointer is a variable which can store address of the variable. So definitely it is having address. So using that address we can perform some operation on that variable. Okay, so Suppose we assign address of x to variable pointer using the statement ptr equal to ampersand x. So here ampersand operator is used to access memory of the variable. So ampersand x means address of x. So address of x is stored in the ptr variable, and that is the type of pointer variable. So as I said earlier, three things are involved while declaring the variable. One is name of the variable, next is value of that variable, and address of that variable. So here in this statement what we are doing, we are assigning address of x to ptr. So this is the variable x is equal to 200 and it is stored at the memory location 1024, and using the statement ptr is equal to ampersand x. So the variable name is ptr, the value will be address of x. So here we have assumed that address of variable x is 1024. So the value of pointer will be 1024, and it is also having unique address, and we are assumed that it is stored at the 1052. Okay, so in this way we can store address of variable to the pointer. So here in the diagram you can see we are having the variable x. So here in the block you can assume that this is the memory, and inside the memory we are having 200, and here we have given name of that memory location to x, and address is 1024. Okay, so three things are involved while declaring the variable. So how to initialize the pointer? Pointer is just a C variable whose value is address of another variable. As I just said earlier that a value of the pointer is just address of the another variable. After declaring pointer int star ptr, ptr doesn't actually point to anything, because if you have seen the variable declaration, then at the declaration it only reserves memory space of particular data type, but it is not having value. So these things also happening in the pointer. Here just we are declaring the pointer of type int, and it will not point to anything till the declaration, till the initialization. In the previous slide we have seen how to initialize. Basically pointer is equal to ampersand x, that is the initialization. At that point it will point to address of x. So in the declaration it is pointing nothing. Okay, declaring a pointer just allocate space to hold the pointer. It does not allocate something to be pointed to. Local variables in C are not initialized, they may contain anything. Okay, so this is the example how to use pointer. So here basically we are having a C program. So I have written statements in this block. So int x, here we are declaring we are declaring a variable x as the int, and here we are having the pointer p. So how we will identify that a variable is pointer type or simple variable? So if star is coming before any variable, okay, so that variable is pointer, and if star is not coming before that variable, then it is normal variable. Okay, so here I have assigned address of variable x to p. Okay, so it is pointing address of variable x, and also we can access value of variable using the pointer using star operator. So here x equal to star p means x equals to x here in this example is 32. So x equal to star p, this is same thing. Here x is 32 and value at the address of p. Okay, this statement means value at the address of p. So value is 32, and also p equal to %. So value of p is the address of x. So that will be same. In the example, we can see at the left hand side, we are having variable x which is declared as the int, and in the next instruction we are having a pointer variable and which will declare a variable of type int. So as I said in the previous slide that star is used to identify whether a declared variable is pointer or the normal variable. So in these two statements you can see that in the first statement we are having int x, star is not present here, so it is normal variable, and in the second instruction in which we are having int star xp, so here star is present before the xp, means it is pointer variable. Okay, so it is also, you have to remember that if pointer is declared as int, it means that it can only point to a variable of type int. It cannot point a variable of other kind. Okay, so in the next statement what we are doing, we are assigning address of x to the pointer variable xp. Okay, so here in this diagram we can see that we are having the variable x and we have stored 32 into that variable, and address of that variable is 1024. So xp is a pointer variable and which is used to store address of the variable x. So here we can see the value of xp is 1024. So 1024 is address of variable x. Okay, and also we are having a different address of this xp variable. Okay, so how to access value of variable x using the pointer? Okay, so that can be done via using the star variable, and star means value at the address of. Okay, so here star means value at the address of. So here in the statement you can see star xp. It means that value at the address of, okay, so here it is having address 1024, and what value is stored at that address, that is 32. Okay, so 32 is stored at that address, that is re-initialized to 0. Okay, so here 32 will be replaced by 0 using this statement, and here in the next instruction what we are doing, value at the address of xp, again it is pointing to address of the variable x, and in the right hand side it is a star value at the address of xp plus 1. Means in the previous statement it has initialized the value of x to 0. In the next statement it is incrementing the value by 1. So the latest value of x will be 1. Okay, clear to all of you? Okay. This is also another example. So here we are having instruction in the program int star p star, means it is pointer variable, and v, there is no star before that, means it is normal variable. So in the next instruction we are storing address of b to p. Okay, and in the next instruction we are assigning value of v to 2000. Okay, so in the left hand side this is memory block. Okay, this is the memory block where each location is having their address, and it is having block to store the value. So here we are having variable v, and which is having 2000 as the value, and it is having the address. Okay, this is the address 0. This is the hexadecimal code actually. So here this is the address. This is stored. This address will be stored in the p. So you can see the address of variable b is the value of variable p. Okay, and also p is having their own address. Okay, and here star p equal to star p plus 4. What does it means? It means that using the pointer we are incrementing the value of v. Okay, so here using the pointer what we are doing here, we are incrementing the value of v by 4. So using the star we are accessing the value of v and then incrementing 4. In the next statement it is also same, v equal to star p plus 4. Okay, so using these statements we are incrementing the value of variable v. Okay, so what will happen after these statements? Okay, so the value of variable will be 2008. Okay, since 2 times we have incremented the value of variable v. Okay, so see some examples on the pointers. So here this is the C program, and here we are having different variables, and also which is having different data types. Okay, so here the variable A is of type int, B and C are type of float, D is type of double, and CH is type of character. Okay, and here we have assigned some values: A equal to 10, B equal to 2.5, C equal to 12.36, D is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.66, CH equal to A. So here in the first statement, what we are doing, we are accessing the value of the variable A and their address. Okay, so here as I said that this ampersand operator is used to access address of particular variable. So here we are just printing the values and we are printing their addresses in the corresponding statements. Okay, so here pointer is not involved yet. We are just using the value of variable and we are printing address of that variable using the ampersand operators. Okay, so this is the output of the program. So don't confuse with the output that you get in your program in your computer, because the location will be different. Okay, here this is the another example. So here we are having a pointer PC. Okay, it will point a variable of type int. So here we have a variable C and we have initialized with to 22. So here in the first print statement, print address of C. As I said, ampersand operator can be used to print address of variable. So here using ampersand operator we are printing the address of C, and in normal way we can print the value of C. So here after that we have initialized the PC, that is pointer variable to address of C. Okay, so the value of PC will be address of C. So here address of pointer PC equal to PC. Okay, content of that pointer is star PC. Okay, so in this way we can access the address. Okay, and in the next statement we have reinitialized value of C to 11. Okay, so in this statement we are printing address of pointer variable PC, and in the next statement we are printing value of variable that is pointed by the PC. In the next statement, using the pointer we are reinitializing value to the 2. So here in the next printf statement we are accessing address of C using ampersand C and a value by C. In this way you can do practice on how to use pointers in the programming languages. It is also another example. So here we are having variable named as the variable and it is initialized to 10. We are having a pointer. We are having pointer variable P and we are assigning address of variable to P, and here in the next statement we are printing address of variable using the ampersand operator, and the address of variable is p. Okay, so p here basically using the normal variable it will access the value. Okay, so since this is pointer variable, the value is stored is address of variable. In the next statement we are printing value of the variable. Okay, using the variable var, and in the next statement we are accessing value of that variable using star operator, and in the next statement again we are accessing value by using star and ampersand. Okay, so these two operators can be used with the variable to to print value of particular variable. And in the next statement we are having value of pointer p, address of pointer is ampersand p. Okay, pointer declaration. So this we have already covered. Okay, but we will see this. Let us see more example on the pointers. So here in this program we are having three variables a, b, c, and we are having one pointer variable that is p. So see the expression a equal to 4 into c plus 5. Okay, so what will value of a? 4 into c plus 5. Okay, so the value of c is 5. Okay, so this will be 10, and 10 into 4 that will be 40. Okay, so in the next statement we are storing address of c to pointer variable p. Okay, so here in the next statement what we are doing, we are evaluating the expression, and we are assigning value of that expression to the b. So it is 4 into star p. Okay, what does it means? It is accessing value at the address of p, that is c. It is accessing the value of variable c. So the value of variable c is 5, so it will be 10 and it will be evaluated as 40. So the value of both a and b will be same. Okay, so here these two expression is equivalent. Here directly we are accessing the value of c, and in the next we are accessing via using the pointer. See next example. Here we are having two variable x and y, and we are having a third variable that is pointer variable. So here in the next statement we are initializing value of variable x to 10, and in the next statement we are assigning address of variable x to the pointer, and in the next statement star ptr means value at the address of. Okay, so value at the address of pointer means it is pointing to x, and the value of x is 10, so 10 is initialized to y. So here we are printing percentage %d is used to print integer value. So percentage %d is stored in the memory location percentage mu. So here mu is used to print address. Okay, so here the value is accessed by using the variable x, and the ampersand x means it is giving address of variable x. In the next statement we are using star and the ampersand. What does it means? Value at the address of. Okay, so value at the address of x. Okay, so it will print 10 and address is again x. And in the next expression, next print statement, we are accessing value of that variable x via using the pointer value at the address of. Okay, so and location is ptr. Okay, and in the next statement y is storing value of x via using the pointer. Okay, so here we have used ampersand before star to print location of x. Okay, and in the next statement percentage mu is stored in the, so ptr it is giving location of x, and ampersand ptr means it is giving address of the pointer. Okay, so so it is giving value, it is giving address, and it is giving address of the pointer variable. And here another variable we are having y. The value of y is 10, and the ampersand y means it is printing address of that y. So here in the next statement what we are doing, we are initializing value, reinitializing the value of ptr to 25. Okay, so what does it means? So in the next statement what value of x will be printed? So it will print 25, since we have reinitialized the value of variable x to 25 via using the pointer variable. Okay, so in this way we can print addresses, we can perform some operations on the pointers. So here let us see another example. So here as we have seen, operations can be performed, operations on the any programming languages are performed via using the variables. So that can also be done via using the pointer. Okay, so these are the perfectly valid expressions or operations in the C language. So here in the first expression what we are doing, we are using the star p1. So this p1 and p2 both are the pointer variables, and we are summing up. So here it is giving value at the address of p1. Okay, so it is giving value that is pointed by pointer variable p1, and plus using this it is giving value that is pointed by pointer p2. So star means we are accessing values of variable by using the pointer variable. So summation multiplication, production, these are valid expressions. And here star, here we are adding constants, and here we are dividing plus summing. Okay, so these are the valid expressions that can be done via using the pointers. So what are the valid operations and not valid operations using the pointers? So adding an integer to pointer is perfectly valid. So here we are talking about the pointer, not value at the address of pointer. Okay, so add an integer to pointer. So suppose I am having the pointer that is pointing to integer value. Okay, so and the integer type will occupy 4 bytes in the memory location. So suppose I am adding 1 to pointer variable, means it will point next memory location. Okay, next memory location means 4 block is reserved for the pointer, and the next memory location will be after fifth one. Okay, since 4 is reserved for the integer variable, like that. Subtract an integer from a pointer, so it is giving a before memory location. Subtract one pointer to another. Okay, so if P1 and P2 are both pointer to the same array, then P2 minus P1 gives number of elements between P1 and P2. Okay, non-valid expressions. Adding two pointers is not allowed. Okay, since it is storing memory locations, so we cannot add two memory locations like that. Constant addition is allowed, and the constant subtraction is also allowed, but addition of two pointers is not allowed. Multiplied and divide a pointer in the expression is also not allowed. Okay, so here we have some we have example. So here int p1 and p2, these are two pointers, and I and j, these are two variables of type int. So here p1 equal to p1 plus 1. Okay, so this is valid since we are adding constant, so it will point next memory location for the int variable. P2 is equal to P1 plus j, so this is also valid. P2 plus P2 is equal to P2 minus I plus j. Okay, so these are perfectly valid expressions in the C language. In reality, it is not integer value which is added or subtracted, but rather than scale factor. Okay, so here scale factor basically depends on the data types. Okay, suppose a pointer variable pointing to character, then it will point next byte, and we will see scale factor. The exact scale factor may vary from one machine to another machine. Okay, can be found out using size of operator. Okay, so we are having different data types, and each data is having different memory locations. Okay, so each data will hold data of different size. Okay, so in the next example, and also this is machine dependent. Basically, in some in some machines integer is taking 2 bytes, but in some machines it is taking 4 bytes, like that. So here P1 is equal to P1 plus, means it is incrementing value of pointer by 1, means it will point next memory location. Okay, so this one is the scale factor, and this depends on the computer. Okay, so in most of the machine the integer takes 4 bytes, so it will be incremented to 4. And if it is character, and suppose it is taking 1 byte, then it will be incremented by 1, okay, to point next memory location. And if it is float, then suppose float is taking 4 bytes, then it will increment pointer by 4 bytes. Okay, so here incrementation means number of bytes. Okay, means it will point next available memory location. Okay, so in this way scale factor depends on the computer, and incrementation on the value of pointer will be done on the basis of the data type of pointer, and size can be accessed by size of operator. Okay, thank you. In the next lecture we will see next topic. In this lecture we have discussed about the pointers, how pointer variables are declared in the C language, how pointer variables are initialized, and what are the valid operations and non-valid operations that can be performed using the pointers. In the next lecture we will discuss how to pass variables using pointers to perform operations. For more information, you can contact me at saroj.chandra@galgotiasuniversity.edu.in. These are the references that I have taken to design presentation slides. Thank you. See you in the next lecture. Thank you.